a disruptive influence.
Shall I take you back?
No, you won't. It's not every day I get whisked away from my toils. Oh, isn't the air fresh? How are you, Tom?
I'm well.
And how was it this morning with Roy?
Teacher's pet, I think.
You'll come to like him.
Maybe. What about Scott Erskine?
That could prove more difficult.
Really? When do I get to meet him again?
That's what I mean. Another meeting's a bit unlikely.
What?
Unless he arranges it, only then. I've only seen him twice. No, we're answerable to Roy Martindale. Complaints, confessions, and curiosity you take to him.
Curiosity he's not so fond of.
What do you want to know?
Why Julia died?
You were driving the car, Tom. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that to sound the way it did. Do you think this man Drexel had something to do with it?
I'm not sure the wrong person didn't fall victim. How did I do?
In a block of 25 cards, in which there are only 5 different symbols, the expected number of correct guesses is 5. You have guessed an average of 9.75. The odds against your score being due to chance are 7 millions to 1.
That's unusual.
To put it mildly. It didn't seem to matter whether you were using an agent or not. Whether you were in the same room or on different floors.
Maybe I've got X-ray vision.
We're not going to get very far unless you can take this work seriously. Really involve yourself in it.
Like my wife, you mean?
I don't understand.
And my brother.
Has he any complaints? Yes, he was a great help to me. For him, it meant a little extra work, well paid.
Are all your guinea pig ciphers to you, then, to be fed into your computer?
My connection with them needs to be impersonal.
Was it an impersonal chat you were having with my wife in your car?
I understand your reluctance to trust me, but please try. Julia caught an earlier train that day she arrived in Edinburgh. She wanted to surprise you. She phoned you when she arrived, but you were out. So she phoned me. We had some business to discuss, and there was time before you were due to meet her. Nothing underhand, Tom.
Why should she pretend she just arrived at the station?
Well, I'm not that good a psychiatrist. The female mind still holds some secrets. But at a guess, perhaps she was just wary of your suspicious nature. I deeply regret the fact that she died. Obviously, there are degrees of loss. But please, don't underestimate my respect and regard for Julia, both as a colleague and as a friend. I believe she would have wanted you to help with our work.
She's the only reason I'm here.
Well, shall we say 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, then? You know the experimental unit now. The test I have in mind is more advanced than the Zener cards. More taxing, maybe. More rewarding.
Robbie, you swing round on that camera, please.
Okay, Paul.
Thank you.
I have a funny feeling I'm not going to be of much use to you this morning.
Really? Why do you say that?
General reluctance to participate.
Well, since you don't know yet what I have in mind, I can only assume that your reluctance stems from something outside my knowledge.
I'll tell you. I've a great aversion to secrecy.
Discretion, Tom. This is an experimental investigative unit. When we come up with the facts, truths, then we make our findings known. Today's mysteries, tomorrow's discoveries.
The omega factor.
What?
Something Scott Erskine said. The ultimate potential of the human mind. Trouble is, I find it hard keeping Julia out of mine.
Well, I can understand that. My sympathies, you've already had those, have boundaries. The rest is up to you.
Well, let's try.
Please watch that screen.
Will you tell me which figure took your immediate interest?
The eldest boy.
Very good. You You recognize?
The boy grown up.
Not too difficult. Features haven't changed that much. But I don't know whether you chose that particular boy from the first slide because he was very much on my mind, or because the man he grew up to be is lying in a room not 30 feet from here.
So how do you aim to sort that out?
I want to try something that will benefit that man and further my research.
What part do I play?
Think of that man. Transmit the target pictures to him while I record his EEG and cardiograph readings. Let yourself respond to the images and sounds you'll hear. Don't you think it'd be better if you relaxed? Right, Paul, when you're ready. To cut it short there. I've got to get to him.
Who is it?
What?
On the screen, the slide.
Come and see me later. We'll discuss it. Only 10 slides, Tom. The patient, his family, and 8 others of my choosing.
An emotive choice, wouldn't you say?
No, relevant.
I hope your patient thought so.
Yes, my patient. There's no saying who this other one you think you saw might be. Could it have been a distorted image of the original man?
This was a different man.